The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh has long prided itself on being a defense-first team, but if you look at the last 3, 4, 5 seasons, it's been their offense that's led them. In 2016, they were 7th overall in total offense, and they can get you through the air, on the ground. No matter what they do, they're hard to prepare for.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Minnesota head coach Mike Zimmer made his reputation as a defensive coordinator in this league, and that did not change in 2016. His team finished 3rd overall in total defense, and despite many injuries, kept his team in the playoff hunt throughout the season.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got a...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. For Zeke, 16 total touchdowns for him as a rookie last year, 15 of those on the ground, and he's got his first here in 2017.
And you would expect similar, if not better, production here in 2017, his 2nd year in the league. I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted to expand the number of times he touches the ball in the passing game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
As I studied him in college, I became more and more impressed with what I saw. I didn't worry about the level of play because he was running a pro-style system with a plum. I mean, this is a guy who played from the pocket, but also when he got outside of it, made big plays as well.
First carry now for the rookie, Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 17 carries, 61 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
They'll find the rookie, Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
Minnesota had a very optimistic vision of what they would do on offense in 2016, but a couple of key injuries altered that landscape. Running back Adrian Peterson and quarterback Teddy Bridgewater. That led to them scrambling throughout the season to try and fit together their offense, try to put the running game and a new passing game together, and instead of having a big year, they finished 28th overall in total offense.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
In the NFL, when you say Pittsburgh, you do think defense. And in 2016, they ended up 12th overall in total defense, which is a good number, but not the number the Steelers seek. And if they get better play from their secondary, they'll get back into the top 10 where they feel they belong each and every year.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And Thomas has it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Handoff comes to Cook, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now Wentz. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 7-all is the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 22. A first down carry by Elliott. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Noah Spence in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second.
Come on, let's go. Red 38.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs went to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down, Cook. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And that'll be incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette. And it's 3rd and short.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. He got 29 yards that time. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And not to get too overcritical there, because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
They're going to look to throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, this is Micah Hyde. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Wentz now on first down. He hits Beasley right side. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Wentz now on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Vinatieri now for the point after. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. And we roll tape now on his solid performance.
And what we've been seeing so far is a great combination of finesse and aggressiveness in running his routes and making plays. That's what you want in any type of a receiver. The guy knows exactly what to do on a given play and ends up making the plays that help your team win.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Steelers are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Vikings will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Midway through the first quarter, on the carry, there goes Ezekiel Elliott. He'll go for the score. Vikings lined up at the 23 as they take a 7-0 lead. Thomas is wide open here on the catch, and that goes as a 23-yard touchdown. Vikings tied up at 7. Steelers with it now early in the second. Defense is going to come away with the sack. This one ends up as a loss of 6. First and 10. Coverage breaks down here, and 21 yards later, he'll go in for the score. The Vikings go up by 1. We're set up for a great second half, so let's get you out to it. Here's Brandon Guyton.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Cook following the penalty. And oh, he spins past him and into space. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. For Cook, 19 rushing touchdowns last year at Florida State, and now he can put this ball in the trophy case. Give it to the equipment manager, his first one in the NFL.
And, partner, remember, in recent years, a lot of rookie running backs didn't get very many touches in their first campaign, but we've seen over time, Todd Gurley had a big year as a rookie. Okay, we end up seeing Ezekiel Elliott with Dallas having a monster year as a rookie. Dalvin Cook will get plenty of opportunities to carry the football, even though it's his first campaign.
Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 27. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 41 yards. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Ten yards still left on second down.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A give. This is Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
They run it again with Cook. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Cook. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now a play fake. Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On play action, it's Wentz. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 2nd down. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that's caught by Beasley. Touchdown, Vikings. Cole Beasley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And an update now from down in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have just added to their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Come on, let's go!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll give to Elliott, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Drops it underneath to Elliott. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
And on 4th and 1 as a running back, you're looking for any seam you can find. This is not where you want to be a hero and break off a big one. You just need to make sure you get that yard. And here he picks up the 1st down with a couple of yards to spare.
Here we go, Ohio!
Now Elliott. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Looking to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better, that they work on training camp, off-season work, OTAs, but also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, spinning away. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Second down following the incompletion. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking. Yet at this
Cook strip, the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Here we go!
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Here we go.
They go to Elliott again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Nick Vanette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And the Saints, they've now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. A win would be their 2nd on the young season.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Back now on EA Sports. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Wentz to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Von Miller coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
To throw is Wentz. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 5. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Back to throw. Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And as the fourth quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Let's go! 38!
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 15-yard line. Now it's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Give to Elliott running left. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ezekiel Elliott with time running out. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control. But still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out. Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up. Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
So that drive in total 8 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's Carson Wentz now and the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And this is a spot where you can learn a lot about a young quarterback.
And that's why they brought him into the organization, because you don't just bring them in strictly for their talents. You think that they have that something special in them that will allow them to function in these types of situations. Now it's time for them to be clinical and not emotional. You know your play sequence. You know what has to get done. Get the ball to the right people, get out of bounds, and get it downfield and try and score.
Yeah, he's trying to earn his stripes here for a winning drive.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He's back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that, because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Steelers, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.